Hello everyone, welcome to my first tutorial on YouTube on a series I'm going to be making on how to make a FiveM server and the basics of it. In this tutorial, we're basically just going to be getting a server running into a playable state. So first off, you're going to be wanting to come to this link. All links will be in the description of the video, so you won't have to stress about that. You're going to want to hit the latest recommended, which I've already got downloaded here. This will download the latest FiveM server files, however you want to say it. Then you're going to want to make a folder somewhere on your PC. I've just put a folder on my desktop called FiveM server. You're going to want to come over to your downloads folder or wherever you put the download. You're going to want to open up the zip. So for this, you're going to need something like 7-zip, which is what I've got open here. And then you're going to want to do a folder, name it FX server, like this. Make sure to keep spaces and stuff out of your server directories, or sorry, out of the directory names, because when you try and make your server, txadmin, which is basically a server management panel, won't like that very much. But yeah, basically what you're going to want to do is just extract everything into the folder. So I'm just going to let it do that. And now we've got everything in the folder here. So you can now close out of this and your downloads folder. And now you're going to want to find FX server. It'll look something like this. You're going to want to run that. Allow it to do what it wants to do. And then depending on what it does, it may automatically open up txadmin, or it will tell you to go to the URL here. To access your txadmin page, just all you have to do is create a new tab in your Google and just type in local host 40120, which is the port for local host. For the txadmin local host. And then you should be good to go. So basically all you need to do is just link your account. So just continue. You'll need to make a CFX account, but that's pretty simple. Just make any password for the tutorial. I'm just going to do ABC123 because it's not really relevant. Confirm to that. You can read it if you really want to. Now you're going to be on here. And this is the setup part of your server. So just go through all the options. So I'm going to go next. Server name, we'll just do tutorial, but name it whatever server name you want. Could be, you know, Los Angeles roleplay or whatever you want to do. It's completely up to you. Next, deployment type. I would personally recommend popular template. It works the best, and it means that you won't have to mess around with making stuff yourself. And then I would do the CFX default in terms of the template, because it kind of depends on what types of server you want. If you want an economy one, then you can pick these. This series will not cover economy servers. I don't really have a lot of experience with economy servers. I more do vMenu type servers, but there are some other tutorials that you can find on YouTube for that. So select CFX default, go save here. This will just be for where you want your path. So yeah, and it's already set to where I want it. You can change it if you like. And then you can just go to recipe deployer, sorry. You can review this if you want. I wouldn't recommend changing it if you don't know what it does. Go next. Now what you're going to want to do, so it'll ask for a license key. So now you're going to need to come to keymaster.fivem.net, which is this page. You'll need to log in with your CFX account. I already have one here because I have a server for myself. But other than that, you'll need to make an account and come to here. Then you'll need to go to the register button. So we'll go on there. This will just basically, so for your display name, you can put anything you want. This is just on the Keymaster website, so it doesn't really matter. The server IP address, so that'll be, if you're using a VPS, make sure you're using the IP from the VPS, or if you're using, say, if you're going to host your server off your own computer or a server that you have at your house, then you're going to want to use your IP. So you can paste that in there. So we'll just do tutorial. So we've typed in tutorial here. I've got my my IPv4 address, my IP address here. But as I was saying, you're going to need to put in whatever address you want to put in for your server. Pick a type, so you can just do home hosted, and I'm just going to put Zap hosting in there for now. And then go I'm not a robot, of course, and generate. This will generate your key. Now what you want to do is go back to your txadmin, paste it in there, go run recipe, give it a moment to load. And now this will give you, this is your server files here. This isn't really relevant right now though. And then this will be your configuration for your server, which we'll go over a bit in a different tutorial video. So you can basically just go save and run server. It'll boot up normally. Now, as long as you've followed the tutorial correctly, you should be able to type in FiveM and load up on FiveM here. And then if you've done everything correctly, then you should be able to just load into the server. It won't have like any menus or anything because we haven't got any resources in the server yet, but you should still be able to connect to it. So I'm just going to click here because it's on my desktop. You want to change your version. Click back on here. All right, now as you can see, we have successfully loaded into the FiveM server. As I was saying before, there aren't any scripts in here, so you know there's no F1 menu, there's no M menu. Basically all you have is your chat, which just has the base scripts in here. See, I can't even access my own txadmin menu, but I hope that covered basically the basics of making a FiveM server and make it in a runnable state. The next video that I'm going to do will be installing and configuring vMenu, which is a server-sided trainer for FiveM. So if you're interested in having a vMenu based server or a trainer based server, then you can stay tuned to the next video where we will go over that. But other than that, thank you for watching and have a good rest of your day. Just as a little side note, port forwarding your server is something that you need to be doing either through your VPS or your Wi-Fi router. It's different for basically every router in existence, the process. So I won't be covering that, but there are websites online that will show you how to port forward your FiveM server. And the same process on how to set up a FiveM server applies for setting up on a VPS. Other than the fact that it's just not on your main PC. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and see you guys in the next one.